We are the instruments. If we had not started the war, we would have been declared traitors.
And I think that they are doing there the testimony to the fact that this is their own work. This really we are the instruments. If we had not started the war, we would have been declared traitors.
Following the strategy of Mwalimu Nyerere of creating the East African Common Market and Federation, so as to give wealth creators enough market for goods and services. In the history lessons, I had understood the value for the wealth creators of Germany, of the 39 kingdoms of the Germans, uniting into one Germany in 1871. Also, the example of the unification of Italy in 1861. Wealth creators needed markets. This is why I put all my choices to the University College Dar es Salaam. I wanted to be near Mwalimu Nyerere and the freedom fighters of Southern Africa of that time. These linkages with Mwalimu and the freedom fighters of Southern Africa came in handy when it came to sorting out internal problems in Uganda by holding to account those who endangered our future by pushing the sectarianism of tribe, religion, and gender chauvinism. Fourthly, I strongly believed in having a family. Now that I was an adolescent, whatever situation I was in, whether in peace or war, the idea of Treche being childless was most disturbing. I'm therefore most grateful to God and to Mama Janet for enabling me to have children that have now given me grandchildren in the midst of turbulences. Initially, they are a wonderful and productive group of Ugandans. Fifthly, from the beginning, I had contempt for educated people that only cared for the prosperity of their families. I believed in the mass line, prosperity for all, Bonabagagawale, Bonabagemebwe, immunization for all, Bonabasome, education for all. Chijago's parish headquarters is where I would retreat to, retreat to write some documents but also get some sunshine for vitamin D, because the Kitemamasanga forest in the valley was always cold and the sun was blocked by the foliage. Kawumu camps helped us to do the following: adopt the code of conduct, which we did at Segirinya's camp, which was just across there. Rescue the guns dropped by Kaira near Dambwe before the Obotes took them. Again, by this time we were at Segirinya's camp, just across there. Start addressing the mistakes that resulted from the killing of one of our commanders called Kashanku. The interview with William Pike that exposed the NRA to the world. When William Pike interviewed me, it was actually around here when he visited us. And above all, the place at which I ordered General Sare and Hachigongo to finally start the Western Front in the Rwenzori Mountain before I left on the 12th of March, 1985, having confirmed that Obote was about to collapse, to look for more guns to ensure that we had enough armed soldiers to stop the chaos in the country on account of the vacuum consequent to the collapse of Obote, which I was sure was coming. I don't know whether Hachigongo is here. Is he here? Hachigongo. Therefore, the most of the 80 years of my life we are talking about, we have been in the trenches of resistance with the resistance fighters. So I have spent more time with the resistance fighters than with any other group. The resistance fighters, past and present, you have done Uganda and Africa proud. Therefore, fellow Ugandans, especially the NRM members, everything is now in place to implement the 4 principles of the NRM of patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy. The only principle that is not fully in our hands is Pan-Africanism, where we need to agree with our brothers and sisters in the East African community about the political federation and with the rest of Africa on the continental free trade area. However, that does not stop you from discussing it among the Ugandans and reaching out to the East Africans to discuss the issue instead of speaking on the behalf of foreign parasites all the time. When I hear the debates and I read the newspapers, I really feel very sorry. You are not talking about your future, talking about other people's interests. The NRM people need to be very active to talk about the 4 principles so that they drown out all these traitors and agents of foreign interests. Within principles number 1, patriotism, number 3, socio-economic transformation, and number 4, democracy, I encourage Ugandans to look at our heritage of wealth creation and the brotherhood among the wealth creators.
That there was no other way we could celebrate the 80th years of the president except to say to God, thank you. As a nation and as a family, there was no other way we could celebrate this birthday. And I personally needed to say that he knew my heart and he fulfilled my prayer, a prayer that was in my heart at that time. He brought in my life the man I really loved. And he chose to make him my husband and the father of my children. The only possible thing to do today for me and our family was to bring our praises and let all the glory go to God. Then, of course, over the 50 years we have worked together as husband and wife, he has taught me ever so many things. For example, while I'm a very impatient person, he is truly blessed with patience. So he has on many occasions told me stories of what patience does in life, in any life, and other aspects, some of which he himself had to learn through the difficult life he led through the struggle. Therefore, in addition to many who testified about him, I can also testify that indeed he is a teacher, and he also demonstrates resilient methods of work, but also he has been able to allow me to remain myself and to do things my way. For example, in the way we parented our children. He used to spoil our children so much when they were young, but even now when they are adults. Also because he was absent for a long time, when he came home, the children would really be happy to have him home, and every day would feel like Christmas. While I had the kanyafu, I don't know whether other people know who are not Banyankore, but kanyafu is a small stick. It was me who always had the kanyafu to keep the children in line with the family demands. However, when the children grew up, especially the girls, having to bring up their own children, they appreciated my kanyafu because they understood that a lot of the time I'd be worried about bringing up a whole family without a father. But also, in life, it is good to make children aware of the boundaries and what must be kept, what must not be forgotten. Therefore, that kanyafu kept the balance between the spoiling of their father and my keeping them in line with how I thought they had to behave.
This was the Lord's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you all for joining us to celebrate Mzee. For us, as they say in Chamate, for us it is a privilege to have this opportunity to honor our father and to give thanks to the one who has kept Mzee and Mama all these years, the Almighty. Thank you so much, Mzee, for allowing us the opportunity to give you a small glimpse into how loved and appreciated you are. Mzee resisted our desire to hold a Thanksgiving in his honor. He actually had planned to be in Chisozi today so that his milestone birthday finds him herding and farming. But we praise God for this day, and we praise God for Mzee. Che Guevara said that a true revolutionary is guided by a great feeling of love. I believe this is true in the life of Mzee that I have witnessed. Love of the land and the people, love for Uganda and love for Africa, a devotion that propels him resolutely day after day, from dawn to nightfall. All my life, it has been this way.
I got her with those small sisters of mine, and she kept us well. I became a part of his family, a Lango boy in Mosi, and the group went. Those sisters of mine, I got you very small people here. Now you have grown up. God is great. Kumbe, he wanted to study me. So he left me with Saleh. I don't know what he told Saleh, or what he told his family. Maybe he said, this man, we are suspect. I don't think he told them. Then one time he came back and said, let's go. Very happy with me. I realized he has cross-checked me, saying this is an innocent boy. So when you're working with him, you do a right job. Don't mind what people are talking. If you also start deviating, by the way, why should you fear people to cross-check you if you're not doing a wrong thing? Yes. Do your work. So I must thank you, Muse, for having that confidence in me. I learned from that one from Montepuez. After we already worked together, trained, then I got the leakage about suspecting me to have infiltrated the system. And he said, no, this is a clean boy. I joined the armed struggle in 1976 because of the misrule in Uganda. So FRONASA became the foundation of what we are having today. If you put up a house with a strong foundation, that house stands the test of time. If you put a weaker house, I'm sure you may not live in that house for long. So FRONASA made a very strong foundation. And you are lucky because still in the steering. The 28 plus 1, that's how we coded it. People who are in Mozambique, they are called 28 plus 1. 1 is him, Muse. The 28 is us. So when you hear the 28 plus 1, that's Mozambique FRONASA. Now we are remaining only 3. Our president is a very jolly person. One time, we said we are now remaining 4. Say, no. You did not make it a president. So you count yourself. Don't count me. So that's when it became 28 plus 1. Otherwise, we are saying we are 29. Yes. He is a very free person. The 28 plus 1, we are a nuclear. We are trained there for about 5 years. If we are to take medicine, some of us could have become doctors. Oh, we are about to be doctors. Yes. When war started, he liked me so much. So, Omure, now I'm deploying. But this deployment, I remain with him to the front line. We moved, I don't know whether you remember, we moved to a place called Karagwe in Tanzania. And he said, now, Omure, with my colleague, we are very few, and the war is raging. We need to expand the troops. Very strategic person. We are small boys following him. He's a teacher. If you stay near him, the way I stayed near him, now I know most of how he conducts his things. He said, now, let's expand. We went to a place called Karagwe, a place called Namiaga in northern Tanzania. We recruited people there. We got Samba Chiga, Samba Nyankole, who had gone across. So we recruited them, about 200, and we trained, and we came and attacked Murongo Ferry. We passed through Murongo Ferry. There was no ferry. Used canoe. If there was death that day, I was dying with him. I was operating a RPG. The enemy fired our position. Then I dislodged it with my RPG. We continued. So now we are over 200 FRONASA. Again, when you reach, Nakivale in Isingiro. We again train more people in Kigarama, still in Isingiro. We got my brothers, the Banyankole. People are living there running. Where are you running? Say, there's war. Then I told them, are you women? Why are you running? The men are chasing you. Philemon is chasing you. There's a gun here. If there is a gun, let us join. Then we train more people in Kigarama. I'm sure some of the generals who join us in Kigarama, they are here. Until we capture Mbarara. Again, Mzee, God is with you.
I'm going to give some few briefs to succeed. Follow President Museveni. I don't know whether you know that I know it. And money by Honorable Maama. So we are being infiltrated at home in Mosi compared to the college. That's Mama. So he left me with Saleh. You do a right job. Don't mind what people get in me. I learned from that one from Montequez. After we already so Funasa became the foundation of what we are having today. So we now, and the way I said near him, I know most of the